It started as a simple mission, a routine exploration, nothing more. Yet here we are, stuck in the kind of nightmare we had only read about in old interstellar logs. This was supposed to be another safe operation, another chance for humanity to expand its horizons, but it became something else entirely, something terrifying. When our team first detected the anomaly, the readings were barely comprehensible. Strange gravitational waves, fluctuating electromagnetic fields, and unexplainable energy signatures. Our scientists warned against it. They said, "This is beyond human comprehension. Do not approach." But we're humans, and curiosity is our greatest and most dangerous flaw. We decided to send a team. Not just any team. We sent the humans no one dares to cross, the elite. The ones who volunteered for missions that had impossible stamped all over them. They were fearless, trained, and, frankly, expendable in the eyes of command. The drop zone was a barren stretch of space we had nicknamed the Void Fringe. No stars shone there. The sensors barely registered anything. Just darkness. Absolute, infinite darkness. The first transmissions were normal. Routine check-ins. Status updates. But as the team descended deeper into the anomaly, the communication became erratic, static, garbled voices, fragments of speech that didn't make sense. Then, one by one, the update stopped. We tried to maintain hope. Maybe they were just experiencing interference. Maybe they'd make it back. But hope is a fragile thing when the unknown stretches before you like a black wound in the cosmos. And then the first warning came, not from them, but from the environment itself. Instruments began reporting impossible readings. Time seemed to dilate. Gravity fluctuated violently. Space itself appeared to twist and fold. Our team's physical location no longer matched their last transmission coordinates. We debated sending a rescue team. But deep down, we all knew no one survived the Void Fringe once it has claimed you. That's why it had owned its fearsome reputation. Even automated drones failed, vanishing as soon as it crossed its threshold. Still, command pressed forward. Humanity does not quit, not when fear becomes a challenge. We equipped the second wave with the latest survival tech, enhanced suits, and experimental AI assistants. We told ourselves this was different. It had to be. The humans we sent this time were different, too. They were veterans, tested in the harshest conditions, hardened by missions that most would refuse. They carried courage like armor, and fear had no place in their minds, or so we thought. When their journey began, the anomaly reacted almost immediately. The lights on their suits flickered. Sensors reported energy spikes outside any known spectrum. Shadows move where no shadow should exist. And yet, they pressed on. Humans are stubborn that way. Hours turned into days. Every day, the reports grew stranger. Objects appeared and disappeared. Sound that should have been impossible echoed in the void. Our monitoring systems picked up signals that seemed almost like communication. But they weren't human. They weren't any life form we recognized. They were something else. Something alive. Then the first transmission came back, broken and distorted. One of our elite team members' voice crackled over the comm, whispering words that froze the blood. They are not waiting. They are moving through us, through time. I can feel everything is wrong. Static swallowed the rest. Panic rippled through command, though no one admitted it. We had prepared for the unknown, but this was beyond preparation, beyond fear. This was something that existed outside the rules of existence as we understood them. We debated pulling everyone out. But retreating would mean abandoning the humans we had sent, something no one was ready to do. And so we waited. We watched. We listened. And slowly, horrifyingly, the truth became clear. The humans we had sent across boundaries no one dared approach, and now those boundaries were crossing back. The next transmissions were worse. Voices layered over voices, repeating phrases in languages that had never existed. Coordinates shifted on their own. Ships reported materializing in places they hadn't been. Reality itself seemed to warp around the anomaly. Then, silence. We lost contact completely. For a time, there was nothing. No readings, no signals, no hope. And then the anomaly began to change the senses in a way that was unmistakable. It was responding to us. It was aware. It was watching. We realized too late that the humans we sent were never meant to conquer or explore. They had become the trigger, a catalyst for something far older and far more intelligent than we had imagined. Something that had waited for us to make the mistake of curiosity. Desperation led to bold action. We assembled the third wave, AI-driven drones capable of enduring extreme anomalies. If humans could not survive, perhaps machine could at least provide answers. We deployed them, watching as they disappeared into the darkness, their cameras streaming back scenes that defied comprehension. Landscapes folding in on themselves, impossible structures rising and collapsing, shadows moving independently of any source of light. And then we saw them, our humans. Oh, what had been our humans? They were not whole. They were twisted, elongated, altered by the anomaly in ways that violated biology and physics. Their eyes glowed with an unnatural awareness. Their movements were alien but precise, as if guided by something beyond human cognition. The anomaly was no longer a place. It was not a void. It was a sentient, reactive force. Our humans had crossed into its domain, and now, in a terrifying reversal, the anomaly was crossing into ours. Command issued the final order: retreat. Every ship, every station, every piece of human presence in the sector was to pull back immediately. We left behind technology, supplies, even AI drones. Nothing mattered except survival. But we were too late. Even as we withdrew, the anomaly's influence began seeping outward. Space itself shimmered with impossible distortions. Signals carried voices that weren't there. Our humans, the ones we had sent, were no longer ours. They had become the anomaly's emissaries, walking bridges between our reality and theirs. Now, as I write this, I can feel it creeping closer. It's subtle at first, a shadow in the corner of the room, a whisper on the comm lines. But it grows. The humans we sent, the ones no one dared to cross, were never coming back. And the anomaly, it's learning from us, adapting to us, and soon it may not need the humans at all. We made one critical mistake. We assumed fear could be managed, controlled, or contained. But some things are not meant to be crossed. Some doors are never meant to be opened. And some humans are never meant to be sent. If you are reading this, take heed. Curiosity is a powerful force. But some boundaries exist for a reason. Do not cross them. We sent the humans no one dares to cross. And now, the cost is not theirs alone. It is ours.